Okay, y'all, Happy New Year, January 24. It's been a ringer already. I did manage to complete 19 audiobooks. Shut Up and Dance is another one by Tanzania Glover. It's narrated by Dion Richards. This is Tempest and Theo, I think his name is. Y'all, this story hit just right. This is, Tempest is a plus-size dancer who choreographed a dance that went viral to Theo's song. He's an up-and-coming singer, and they went viral. And y'all, this is the way you write a fucking plus-size heroine. She did all of that, and he was ever better ready. Hostile Takeover by Christina C. Jones is narrated by Winston James and Wesley Saban. Y'all, this is the BET Young and the Restless book for your ass. I was on the edge of my seat. This is fucking true enemies to lovers. She forgave him before I did, because when I tell y'all this Black Victor Newman had me heated, the story was so good. I had to spread it out because I didn't want it to end. I was so conflicted because he was a true asshole. But sometimes you need to fight and sometimes you need to be bent over. Infamous Park Avenue Prince by Ella Frank and Brooke Blaine, narrated by Abe Snow and Perry Bishop. This was a wonderful narration duo. This is MM, college age, a group of bad boys, rich boys who seduce as a prank the principal's son. This was sexy. That combination of narrators was amazing. And I can't wait for the next book. The Devil You Know by J.L. Beck and Cassandra Hellman. This is Mafia, narrated by Devin Grace and Zachary Johnson. Book 2 of this duet I found over on Plus. Super dark, check your trigger warnings. Mafia, the female main character frustrated me. Celia worked my nerves. Nick was the true crazy-ass alpha, jealous main character. Worth it. Wicked by Amo Jones, narrated by Grayson Owens and Michelle Sparks. Great narration, crazy-ass, chaotic story, dark, check all your trigger warnings. Mafia, motorcycle club, secret society, lots of unaliving. I liked it. My Light by Ebony Rose, narrated by Sean Kristen and Ebony Flowers. This story vexed my soul. These young people, Desta and Marcus, she was a filmmaker and doing her thesis on the guy. Marcus was an up-and-coming rapper. They were both trying to come up, both trying to find their places. I was so happy when they finally came to the light. Paper Heart by Grace McKenty, narrated by Brooke Daniels and Grayson Owens. This was gifted to me, a sweet rom-com that was also Why Choose. I think there ended up being 4 dudes. Very sexual positive, not overtly sexy. It mainly focuses on the relationship with each of the, I believe it's 4 guys, and I loved that for her. I really think this is the way God intended for us to live. Each dude had his lane and served his purpose. I enjoyed the narration. I will say Grayson had 55 people to narrate, and he was probably maxed out on his narration voices. Latte Darling by S.J. Tilley, narrated by Gomez Pugh and Callie Dalton. This is a Tinder date. The father came to cancel the date because his son ghosted her, and she gets with the daddy. Age gap, she is a little bit older, so it's not a young age gap. This was sexy. Yeah. White Knight by C.D. Reese, narrated by Sebastian York, Andy Arndt, and Z Sands. This is an oldie but goodie. Started out, she was the rich girl, he was the poor boy from the tracks, and then when they get older, the situation changes. This had some weight to the story. Second chance that was really, really good. Twisted Obsession by S. Massery, narrated by Teddy Hamilton and Kylie Stewart. This is the college student who is hot for his older, sexy teacher. This is just the prequel, though, and it was just enough. I do believe I want to go on to the next one. Cocky Scores, my first book by Kenna King, narrated by Christian Fox and Aaron Mallon. She is a PR fixer. He is the professional hockey player that needs help. He is also her brother's best friend from childhood. Usually I struggle with brothers' best friends because, you know, always they're grown. But this brother is an MMA fighter, and he meant what he said. But the narrating duo was so hot, the dialogue. I enjoyed this. I had to reread The View 2 by Arthur Untamed, narrated by V. L. Clevedon, Jacoby DM, and Zachary Johnson. This book, second time around, still raised my blood pressure, but book 3 is finally coming out in April. Revenge Era by Brittany Nicole, wonderfully narrated by Sebastian York and Janine Granda. I love this book. She is a singer who catches her boyfriend / tour manager having an affair, gets her lick back by getting with his daddy. This book was sexy. Janine Granda, I need somebody else to use her. Hedge by River Savage, narrated by Aiden Snow and Lydia Dornay. She's a social worker for Wayward Boys. He's in active law enforcement. I enjoyed a lot of aspects of this book, but some of it was a little savory to me. Daisy by Asia Monique, narrated by Mari and Winston James. She's a florist. He's a firefighter. They both have a little bit of traumatic past to overcome. They both fought this relationship and needed each other. The family secrets that come out. I'm loving everything about the series. Close by Laura Lynn Page, narrated by Carly Robbins and Jacob Morgan. She's an older good girl movie star. He's the hot new young bad boy rocker. This had some meat to it, y'all. The FMC was a little immature, though. She worked my nerves a little bit with him, but she wasn't wrong. She just wasn't all the way right, neither. Split Decision by Christina C. Jones, narrated by Jay Shiny Michaels and Miles Washington. This hot little novella was a little bit of a slow burn. They fought the good fight, but baby, when it was time to tag in, somebody tagged me in. Misdeeds of a Billionaire by Eva Winters. This is book 2, narrated by Abe Snow and Brooke Daniels. Byron and Odette. This is a kind of arranged marriage, very dark, mafia, check your trigger warnings, but so many layers. This was so interesting. I love the chemistry between these two.